Okay, I'm gonna be the one to say it. Movies nowadays, they're not like how they used to be. Though they all make desperate attempts in the era of the reboot, there always seems to be a disappointing disconnect when the trailer inevitably drops and the public is inevitably outraged by either its lack of accuracy, lack of creativity, or my personal favorite, lack of color. I know I'm not the only one who notices this in movies nowadays. They're just so unsaturated, devoid of life, and just like, well, I want to go back to an era where color on film was innovative, groundbreaking, and valued. So let's honor the movie that paved the yellow brick road in cinema on this episode of Playing Dress Up, the original Glinda the Good Witch. Okay, don't get me wrong, I am a Wicked fan and I am so excited to see this movie, but I was just kind of disappointed watching the trailer because it didn't honor one of the most important parts of its predecessor, Technicolor. The original 1939 Wizard of Oz was one of the first, and arguably the best, to use this revolutionary color film process developed in the early 20th century that allowed filmmakers to create rich, vibrant colors in film. I kind of geeked out when I was researching for this video. So a lot of what we're going to be talking about today is how the development of Technicolor completely changed not only how we had to do makeup in movies, but how we did makeup in everyday life and the professional industry as a whole. I know, it's crazy. Let's get into it by starting with the base. Also, I have this behemoth of a background now. Just hold on. The drawers are messed up. It's all messed up. It barely even fit in here and I'm kind of freaking out. The lady on Facebook Marketplace said it was from the 50s, but I don't know. It might be. It might be. I'm gonna be going in with a cream-based foundation, which is the closest thing to what they probably used for Glinda on set. Pancake makeup. Here's a little history on how Technicolor waged war in the makeup department and permanently changed the development of makeup forever. Yeah, it's that dramatic. Film in the 1920s heavily relied on grease paint makeup to break through the blown out black and white barrier and showcase theatrical expression. But the newly developed Technicolor required extremely bright lights to capture the right wavelengths, which presented multiple problems for a makeup artist. One of those problems being heat. These lights were extremely hot. The Wizard of Oz set was said to reach temperatures of 100 degrees or more. Imagine being the Cowardly Lion who wore a suit made of actual lion's fur that was over 95 pounds. Yeah, no thank you. I'm like burning hot sitting here in my Free People flannel sweatshirt. Those who say a Victorian child would not survive eating a Dorito, how about you wouldn't survive like working inside of a chimney, okay? Okay. It is much easier to survive now. Under these bright lights, regular grease paint makeup was quickly sweat through, requiring more touch-ups and more product. I'm mixing a lighter color and a peach shade into my leftover foundation to make an under-eye corrector, brightener. Another problem was presented after the first Technicolor film, 1935's feature film Becky Sharp, and was harshly criticized for the actors having unnatural skin tones, as the heavy lights reflecting off of the sheen of the grease paint would pick up the colors of the environment and their outfits, causing the actors to either look too red and flushed or too green, sullen, and sickly. Safe to say there was a problem rising in the makeup department, which started what was later dubbed as the Hollywood Powder Puff War. It was that serious. The first Dramageddon, you could say. Let's break for blush. I'm mixing these colors for a red, bright, rosy tone, and I'm gonna place that on the lower apple of my cheek back to the ear, just as Glinda did, almost replacing contour. This was not only a pretty common blush placement in the 1930s, I think it was very like low set, almost to mimic like real flush as opposed to like Facetune. But it also does give a very sweet cherub-like appearance, which matches Glinda's aura and character. Anyway, I'm gonna powder and set and get back to the tea. So the two players in this war were number one, Elizabeth Arden, a very well-respected, well-renowned makeup artist, who, being very close to a lot of the high up there cinema executives, saw a hole in this market and quickly scrambled to launch launch a makeup line, Screen and Stage Makeup. As seen in this ad for the product, they were focused on makeup that was thick and waterproof and durable for this new golden age of film. While it did solve some of the Technicolor problems, it was a very complicated process that required a lot of time and a lot of product. I mean, it required at least 2 foundations to get the skin to look finished and upwards of 2 hours just to finish the base. Couldn't be me. Now I know Elizabeth Arden was shaking in her boots when the second player in this war, Max Factor, came out with his revolutionary pancake makeup. Yeah, cake face? That was desired back then. Not actually, but this Dior blush is like naturally Technicolor color. This was a thinner, more breathable formula that allowed oxygen to penetrate. It had a more intricate blend of pigments that blended in much more naturally with a person's actual skin tone. And to quote Christy Sinclair Dutzen in this article I found on the topic, it could be applied with a wet sponge, reducing the time in the makeup chair from 2 hours to just over 15 minutes. That's big. Efficiency is everything in the movie industry because time is money. So this led to Max Factor completely taking over the film industry makeup department and winning the Hollywood Powder Puff War. I'm gonna take this darker blush and round out the bottom of the apple of my cheeks to really accentuate them. It looks a little like Saw right now and possibly forever. But I think under the bright lights of the photo shoot we're gonna do later, it'll blend better. Maybe I should blend better. Hold on. I know I've been talking for a while about this, but I just wanna wrap up this story with a bow because it actually is crazy how the development of one thing over here can totally trickle down to changing everything about an industry. Because of this time efficiency switch in the makeup chair, makeup artists started demanding that they have this makeup to use to do their job more efficiently, which led to makeup artists striking and protesting, leading to an agreement created in September of 1937, which gave the Hollywood Makeup Artists Guild an official charter, which included standardized tariffs for wages, paid health benefits, and pensions. They unionized, giving rights to makeup movie artists for decades to come. So thank you to those who stood up for our rights. The base is done. Let's move on to brows. Here we go again. Heavy duty gel. So tired of this gel. Spoolie. I'm gonna do the brow trick I do in most of my videos so I can manipulate the shape to be more lifted, arched, and rounded. I'm also putting a translucent powder over the brows because I am gonna be blonde. This is not blonde. Why did I do that? That just made it look like cakey. How do I get it to be blonde? Concealer brows? Let me try concealer brows. This could end, like this could be like worst disaster we've ever seen in a lifetime, but I'm gonna try it because life is about experimenting, okay? Concealer, spoolie, prayer, please. Joe Biden, don't. Things are not going terribly. It's kind of ruining the shape I had, but I'm gonna like put an actual setting powder over this, if I even have one still. The only pressed powder I have is this Kozas one. I want my Charlotte Tilbury. Did I get rid of my Charlotte? There's no way I would have gotten rid of my Charlotte Tilbury. Bottoms up. It should have gone concealer, brow gel, powder, not brow gel, powder, concealer, powder. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Let's try a little more concealer. Okay. I like don't. I was gonna try to do a 1930s shape, which is like that arched rounded thing, but that ain't happening, okay? Let's just set it and forget it for now. When things don't work in your life, you need to forget about it, okay? Forget about all your problems. As soon as things get bad, you turn your brain off and you go do something fun, like shopping or drinking or smoking. Wait a damn minute. Don't do that. What I meant to say was, if you have a problem in your life, you ignore it and you do something else to distract you. That's what I meant. Thank you for taking my advice. Let's move on to eyes. I'm taking a purple taupey color on a fluffy brush and slowly building that color from lid to brow bone. I'm keeping in mind that 1930s, very rounded, very arched, lifted kind of a shape. Even though my brows were supposed to match that shape, we're forgetting our problems just like you're supposed to do. I think I should start life coaching. If you want to use one eyeshadow for an entire look, here is my little tip. Watch this. Layers of eyeshadow not only add more product, but it deepens the color. So one wash comes off as a light pink. Instead of grabbing another eyeshadow for the contour, I'm just going to layer more and more pigment in my crease so it looks like there's more depth there, and it looks like a deeper color, but it's just more layers of the same eyeshadow, saving you product, time, money, and difficulty. Okay, this is just way easier. This eyeshadow palette is wretched. I remember so vividly getting this at a Kohl's Black Friday sale in like 2018, 2019. And it's been my BFF ever since. If you watch my old YouTube videos, like 9 times out of 10 I'm using this product. I got her at Black Friday at Kohl's. Anyway, I'm gonna take this decrepit, nearly gone soft pearl eyeshadow and apply that to my brow bone just to kind of tie everything together. For liner, she had a thick rounded line from inner corner to outer corner, stopping before extending to a wing. Whoa, what the fuck? I can't explain that. I don't know what that is. The brows, like, and instead of ignoring it, because I would never just ignore my problems, okay? Forget about all your problems. As soon as things get bad, don't look at my brows. We are not gonna judge ourselves for royally fucking up something seemingly so simple that you do nearly every day for the past 10 years. We're gonna work with it, because what's the point in being mean to yourself? There's a point in being mean to others. Don't be mean to yourself. Just kidding. For the bad eyeliner days, you know, the days when that little worm in your brain who's in control of everything took a break, here's a little tip to accommodate to yourself instead of beating yourself up. Because we don't do that around here. We never yell at ourselves. Put the liquid liner down, okay? We are not there yet, okay? And pick up the eyeshadow. Get an angled brush, pick up a little bit of product, and sketch out your line. Short stamping motions work way better than trying to do it all in one go. This very open, rounded eyeliner, eyeshadow, and eyebrow shape was very popular in the 1930s. It was their version of a bedroom eye. It was sort of the transition point between the sad puppy dog look of the 20s and the elongated cat eye of the 50s. It was just a very open-eyed, rounded, lifted kind of a look. And the wing just stops at the end, you know? We don't really see any sort of wings in makeup until the 40s, so this is where we're stopping. AKA my least favorite eyeshadow shape. I'm gonna take some creative liberty here because I think I look ugly. Also, because we are gonna do a photo shoot so inspired by Technicolor, I wanna add a little more color to the eyes. I'm gonna take this plum eyeshadow and blow out our eyeliner so that it looks just more like a gradient, kind of a smoky eye thing. It just looks like a black eye. When things are looking like it doesn't belong with the rest of the face, my path out of it will be to use colors that I already have on my face, on my eyes, to create a more cohesive look and make things look like they belong. This is looking very 80s. When your eyeshadow is not looking good, the last resort is to take one highlight shade and place it in very specific areas on your eye to pull the eye forward and kind of tie the look up with a bow. And that didn't work. It always works. Not this time. My last resort is to put on mascara and a big fucking lash that will basically cover up everything you did and make it look intentional. Intentional.
What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna kill myself.
It'll have to do. Now we have another issue. When you get mascara under your eyes like I so beautifully, geniusly have, you get a spoolie, you make sure it's clean, wait for your mascara to dry, and then you're gonna just flake it off. Now I'm gonna clean up my waterline and apply a white liner on my lower waterline. Whoa, my eyes do look bigger. I'm gonna set this with a white eyeshadow and then line my lower lash line with that same original lid color. A little bottom mascara. The eyes are open and awake. We face the real lesson of this episode of playing dress up, in that you can't ignore your problems forever. No, you can ignore them for present will present, but alas, the problem's ignored and the problem in the future. Which could only mean one thing. We have to figure out what we're doing with these damn brows. I guess I'm gonna take an ash blonde shade. Can you hear me in my voice like giving up hope? There's only one thing that can solve this. I need to drink away my sorrows, okay? Oh God. Oh my God. I just threw it up and then I swallowed it again. Sorry, that was weird.
A few moments later.
I did something off camera that I'd rather not talk about. It's gonna have to happen. These brows are forcing me to turn to the bottle, for real. Let's get more concealer mixed with a touch of orange pigment because that's gonna color correct the brows, covering them up easier. And I'm gonna saturate them in more concealer than I did last time. I was supposed to tell you this while I was doing my eyes, but that got a little dicey. Billy Burke played Glinda in the original Wizard of Oz movie. Billy Burke was 54 at the time of filming, which is insane because she looked so young, which was not all on her own. I read in an article that the makeup department glued chiffon into her skin and threaded them to lift up her jowls and her sagging neckline. I kind of want to try that. No, I don't, but she did look really good in that movie, so okay. While that does seem kind of like inhumane, the stories of what else happened on set doesn't even hold a candle. I mean, I'll take the chiffon, okay? Because everything else was like literal torture to be on set. Okay, that was perfect. Yay! Face is done, let's move on to lips. Technicolor used red, green, and blue wavelengths. So reds appeared like really red as seen on Glinda's blush and lip color, but it's not a full like matte red lip. So I'm actually gonna line my lips with a pink eyeliner, lip liner. It's been a long day. Then apply a red stain to the lips and tap it out. Then take a red lipstick and very lightly tap along the lips. Then you could take a tissue, or in my case, the back of my hand, and blot, blot, blot again. Perfectly flushed, but not too intense red lips. Good news, you guys, we're done with the makeup! And we can finally move on to the hair! Now we're wearing a blonde wig, again, yippee. But if you remember, in my Sabrina hair, I did not know how to lay down that wig for my life. And the only thing that saved me was the bangs. No bangs this time. So I gotta lay the lace. Starting by braiding my hair in 2 braids and pinning it. Oh my God! Wig cap and wig.
Wig, okay.
Wig, did you just say wig?
Wig.
I know.
This was like $30 on Amazon. Wait, this is actually such a nice
Wig.
I'm gonna have to watch a tutorial on how to do lace the right way because I'm very lost. Okay, I'm going in with my dermaplaner and I'm gonna cut right along the hairline. Oh, so I did just cut the hairline. I'm gonna use scissors. I know it's not supposed to be like a straight across line, but not good with the dermaplaner. So I guess while I'm doing this, I could talk about all the other horrors that went on the Wizard of Oz set. Yes, this movie was so revolutionary in its sets and props and costuming and Technicolor, of course. There was so much basically torture on set that makes it almost hard to watch nowadays knowing what went on behind the scenes. Like the Hollywood powder puff war was the least of the makeup worries on this set. The Tin Man, for example, was hospitalized and eventually fired and replaced because they used actual just straight up aluminum on his skin to get it to look like tin. He would be breathing it in all day and eventually that aluminum like coated his lungs and it just was not good. And he was hospitalized and then immediately replaced. Like, damn. The Wicked Witch of the West. To achieve the Wicked Witch of the West's green skin, they used a copper-based paint, which was so toxic that she would have to drink and eat everything through a straw so it didn't get in her system, and attributed to her 2nd and 3rd degree burns that she sustained when she had to exit one scene in a big puff of flame and smoke. The elevator system that was supposed to lower her when the flame erupted didn't lower fast enough, and she was also hospitalized, but not replaced. She was just gone for 6 weeks. And then when she came back, they wanted her to do another fire scene, and she was like, no. So they got a stunt double to perform her fire scene, who also sustained major injury when something malfunctioned. Like, oh my God. Oh, and by the way, the Tin Man that they replaced him with, they just mixed the aluminum with liquid to make a paste so that he'd breathe in less, but he still ended up sustaining a really intense eye infection from it. And this isn't even touching like the absolutely terrifying and deeply saddening ways that they treated Judy Garland on set, manipulating her and basically drugging her to make her thinner, to make her look younger, taking advantage of her. I mean, the complete lack of autonomy that these actors had at the time makes me so sad that it's hard to watch the film. That's a little bit of the Wizard of Oz lore, not as joyous and full of life as the film itself. I don't think I'm gonna glue down the lace just yet. I'm gonna try to do some twists like Ariana Grande has in her version of the movie. I'm gonna try to apply the crown first. This looks a little more prom queen than it does Glinda. And then I think I'm gonna just twist the hair around the crown. This looks like prom queen. Fuck. Something's very off here. I'm using a new crown. This one will hide the very fake looking top a little bit more, but it is so tight on my head. I have a very big head. We are venturing into very dark territory. I'm just gonna be honest about that. It's like while I'm doing it, I think of all the ways I could have done it better. Anyway, that being said, the hair is done. Let's move on to the outfit. I got 2 dresses. Let's try it on. And this thing for underneath the skirt to make it poofy. Okay, I'm happy again. This is dress number 1. This is so fun. I think I like this peach color a little more. It's a little more 1930s. And this is dress number 2. I feel like this one fits a little bit better, and I like the sleeves more. They're more princessy. But this part is definitely not very 1930s. I don't know which one to wear. I don't know what dress I'm gonna pick, but I guess you'll have to find out in the last chapter of our video, where we honor the look by doing a photo shoot with my friend AJ. Let's go, shall we?
Hey Rachel, we're ready for you.
AJ, now that you're my new friend, I have decided to make you my new project. Stand up. Stand up. Influencer, you'll be an influencer. You'll wake up noon, make a post for Bloom, and complain that it's hard work. Then film a podcast where you just talk trash and only have 4 listeners. Influencer, you'll be an influencer. There'll be controversy, no tap apologies. Your self-worth will be based on clicks. So let's start, cause this fame only lasts 15 minutes. La 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 la. We're gonna make you an influencer.
What do you think about that?
Wait, I don't want to expose. Can you come here? I don't want to expose Glinda, but I think her and Elphaba are a little more involved than we knew.
Okay, you saw me put the paint on.
It looks like he got intimate with Shrek.
Maybe. It's 2024. And would that be their problems?
Bubble cam.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
You want me to show you?
No.
Maybe one person holds it and the other person blows. You want to try that?
Yeah. I'll blow. I'm really good at that.
You're really good at that.
Alright, look up into the light.
Okay, so you're gentle with it.
It's like actually impossible.
I can try. Who's bad at it now?
You need to make like an actual bubble.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'll do my best 10, you do your best 10.
Oh,
Watch this, y'all.
what does 10 mean? Yep.
That was
watch
how
that.
bad I can do. if I was doing it like she would do it.
I have a special gentle touch.
Bitch bubble, yeah, your bubble's a bitch. Makes for the best bubbles for me. Competition is the best way to get employees to do good. I saw that in a oh.
Did I do like the perfect bubble?
It did?
Oh my god, I didn't even notice.
Okay.
Here's a photographer little tip. Hear that, Rachel?
You're gonna have to pay me for intellectual property.
We'll see about that. If you want a hazy look on your camera or your photos, but you don't have a film camera, you can put tights over the lens and stretch it, and it will give a very hazy sort of look instead of doing actually shooting on film, because that is expensive. And in this economy, am I right?
Wait, where did you get those pantyhose? Because that's like really weird. You have like a female roommate, right?
Your drawer. Just borrow.
Oh, yeah. I just sometimes like I'm like made to wear them just for like intimate purposes, but that's fine. You can use them. I wouldn't like smell them or anything because it's like.
Oh.
Is that what the brown spot was on?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have a lot of time.
Can you delete that? Could you delete that?
Just
please.
So if you found me, look through the window.
I thought I had BV because this smells dead ass like fish.
That smells like BB.
This smells like BV if you have ever had bacterial vaginosis.
Smell bad reaction. Watch this now.
Smell bad.
Ew!
Let me get a smell.
Alright, so we need to get
He
into these
likes it.
pictures.
No more BV. No more BV.
Am I the only one that likes that? Or
What are you saying?
am I the one that likes the smell of it? Or no, okay, we can keep going.
Yeah.
Do your pageant hands.
Teeth. Let me see your teeth. Teeth, mama. There we go. Okay. And when we stay there, how are we gonna post the judges?
My favorite thing to do is be nice to everyone.
And she's lacking. If you can just go make that Red Bull coffee drink that I made her this morning, let's just get 2 more of those right inside of her little body. Okay.
Who do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be Republican.
Oh, God.
I want to be Trump.
Oh,
She wants to be Trump.
She wanna.
I want to be Trump.
no.
I want to marry Trump. You say that every night, Mama. You say that every night.
That's not what we say. That's not what we say in public. What do we say in public?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm the character in Wicked who plays with their gum. It's really good. That's my favorite character, y'all.
The first time I ever met David, he was stringing so much gum in his hands and he was playing it with it like it was Cat's Cradle, the string game. And I was like, what are you doing?
And then she got lunch and I said I wasn't hungry and then I ate all the chicken on her plate. That was really fun.
And that was true.
Yeah.
And it was really crazy.
And here we are.
Were you just having the gum in your hand?
Yes.
David!
This might be the montage start, where we montage because we all want to kill ourselves really bad. Yeah. We took the picture, we did the tour, we did the bubble, and it was cool. Hey, go Rachel, go Rachel, go Rachel. Hey. Can you do like a line like start with
Oh, I guess.
okay.
Do we do one at a time?
Are
or
you
do
saying?
we all...
Are you gonna do like thank you so much for watching sort of thing?
You're doing too much.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna. They know I'm thankful. They know I'm thankful.
Oh my god.
I guess follow me on Instagram and subscribe if you wanted to. I guess. 1, 2, 3.